Alright, been a while since I've done anything to this channel. I'll definitely update some stuff here and there, but, um, the reason for that is just because I kind of lost interest in doing a bit of YouTube here and there, so now I might be take it a bit more seriously, especially because now that I have a proper laptop to not only record and stream, potentially, that will be definitely like a lot of good news. So, and on that, but I have a friend group, and we might start trying to do stuff together in terms of YouTube wise. It's still a bit up in the air with us, but we might. I might try. I'll be almost likely be the one to push that idea. But with that out of the way, more or less, unless if there's some more stuff that I remember to talk about momentarily. This video is mostly just like for myself, like I could see like which pen tools I did and a lot of that, but maybe in the future I can also see how much I've improved as an artist wise, hopefully. And yeah, that's basically about it. But and not that, but this channel won't mostly be about arts and whatnot, or it might be a bit of half and half, half gaming, half art, or maybe just full on D&D, because those are some of the things that I'm most, I guess, passionate. I enjoy to do the most, but uh, that's now that's like the real life stuff's out of the way. A little bit of context as to like what specifically I'm drawing. So, oh god, it's a bit of a long story, but luckily this is in video format and I can ramble on a bit. So, basically, the person I'm drawing writing this very scuffed looking dragon is Korfell Goltara. He is my character. He's a wood elf, level 10 storm sorcerer, and um basically, oh god, how do I even begin this? A quick preview or prologue of just like what happened beforehand to get to this spot. Um, he managed to go into an adventuring party, and then from there, like little milestone after milestone, got more and more powerful. And he has like a tendency of wanting to prove that he is far superior than beasts with magic alone, while beasts like dragons, behears, and stuff like that need to use all types of um, natural power and whatnot, but that sort of deal. And now that, but recently he's starting to get like a bit of a complex, just like you know what, I shouldn't even bother with trying to kill them. Can I try to recruit them here and there? So every now and then he will be like, hey, want to join us? Just see like a random creature that he's about to kill, just like that, just potentially sparing his life or its life, better yet. And recently, he's had this spell, 5th level spell, Summon Draconic Spirits, which basically what it does, it summons a dragon that will follow your commands, is friendly towards you and your party and whatnot. And he has waited to cast this spell. Sorry if I'm moving or if you hear a lot of background noise. I might try to edit it so it could be a bit less noticeable, but he has been waiting to use this spell for like ever. Just and he not only that, but he hasn't told the party that he has this spell. He just been saying, if the time arises, I do have something that could give us the upper hand and whatnot. And it's just one of those things that now that he had this chance, he's like, all right, I got an idea. Now hear me out. And basically the idea was that he was going to be like a distraction because the opponents had poison type attacks. So that's why he summoned it with that sort of elemental typing, the poison one. And as he was so because when you summon a draconic spirit, you also share the resistances that the dragon will have. And so it was pretty good because the poison attacks wouldn't have hurt him as badly if that arises. So and not only that, but it was also basically a really good potential shield considering that he was just riding him, and they would obviously go for the bigger target, which would be the dragon. And on that, but I feel like it would be pretty difficult to go after the person that's riding it in a hindsight. But you know what? It's neither here or there. And Just like while he was getting ready, he was just like Eternatus, which is the name that he gave this iteration of the dragon, to victory. And then he was just like having the best time of his life, finally being able to use this spell, being able to also dish out. Because how D&D works, you can have one concentration spell active, while at the same time having you can still cast like normal spells. So for example, burning hands or lightning bolts, those are considered normal spells because they're not concentration spells. So he would have still been able to casted them. And just the image of this one wood elf storm sorcerer dishing out magic while riding on a dragon to fight some demons is just so hilarious to me. But yeah, other than that, it's just one of those things that I just that image in particular is just so hilarious to me. And I think that's about all the context there can be to my boy Korfell Goltara. And in case some of you are also fellow D&D nerds and you know a thing or two, he is chaotic good, so he does have good intentions. Just that sometimes his methods are a bit extreme. Let's see what else. What else? He also has a bunch. He has thankfully for the DM being so generous, he also has like Mel's Minute Meteors, and now that like the DM was also kind enough to give me or to let me have the what was it, meta magic thing, where he could change the typing of certain spells. So, for example, he could have casted lightning bolts, spent one sorcery points, and changed it the damage typing from lightning to fire if he wanted to. But oh god, he's just having playing him is so much fun. Hopefully, like as this session continues, because we had to stop mid combat because if I remember correctly, the DM had to prepare some things. For those of you that don't know, DM just means Dungeon Master. It's pretty simple, self-explanatory. But had to prepare some things for like the second phase of the fight. And Korfell already has a dragon. He is having a good time right now. And if I remember correctly, I believe that he will also be able to use mirror image, which basically makes duplicates of himself, like that it could be even harder for enemies to hit him. So just it's just he is so chaotic, yet he can be so damn powerful, and it's so terrifying what he can potentially do. Just that unfortunately he isn't the smartest one within the group. He, which also kind of like goes with his impulsiveness a bit here and there. But assuming that I edited this correctly, here is my boy Korfell Goltara.